Give me 7 minutes of your undivided attention, and I will show you the precise moment at which every human life is either lifted upward into control or quietly surrendered to forces it will never master. This moment does not arrive with warning. It does not announce itself with noise or drama. It comes silently, disguised as an ordinary hour. Most men pass through it without recognition. And yet, from that hour forward, their fate is sealed, not by circumstance, not by chance, but by the absence of a decision. For life, in its final analysis, is governed by laws as exact and impersonal as gravity. These laws do not punish. They do not reward out of sympathy. They simply respond. And they respond only to definiteness. The two classes of men. Human beings fall naturally into two great classes. The first class decides. The second permits. The first directs the course of his life by conscious choice. The second allows habits, environment, and opinion to determine his direction. The first governs his mind. The second is governed by it. The majority belong to the second class. They do not fail deliberately. They simply do not decide deliberately. They drift. The law of drift. Drift is the most destructive force known to man because it operates without resistance. The drifter rises in the morning without purpose. He works without a clear aim. He rests without satisfaction. He hopes vaguely, fears constantly, and wonders quietly why life never seems to answer him. Drift asks no effort. It requires no courage. It demands no responsibility. That is why it is so attractive. Drift is not laziness. It is the habit of postponing decision. And postponed decision becomes permanent condition. The great deception. The greatest deception practiced upon the human race is the belief that time will correct indecision. Time corrects nothing. Time only reveals. The man who waits for confidence before acting will wait until opportunity has passed. Confidence is born of action, not contemplation. The man who waits for certainty before deciding will discover that certainty never arrives until after decision is made. Life does not reveal itself to the cautious observer. It reveals itself to the committed participant. The critical hour. Every man reaches a point at which thought must become command. This is the hour when the mind can no longer tolerate contradiction between desire and action. At this hour, a man must choose one of two paths. He must either assume control of his life or surrender control permanently. There is no neutrality. The nature of decision. A decision is not a declaration spoken in enthusiasm. It is not a statement made in the presence of others. It is not an intention written on paper and forgotten. A decision is a final command issued to the subconscious mind, from which retreat is impossible. The moment a man truly decides, his behavior reorganizes itself. Before decision, effort is scattered. After decision, effort becomes concentrated. Before decision, fear dominates. After decision, fear becomes a signal, not a master. Definiteness of purpose. Nature recognizes no vague instruction. The seed knows what it must become. The river knows where it must go. The sun rises without consultation. Only man hesitates. Definiteness of purpose is the first requirement of achievement. The man who does not know precisely what he wants cannot expect life to deliver it. Life does not respond to wishes. It responds to orders. The role of the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is the seat of habit, emotion, and automatic action. It does not reason. It does not question. It obeys. Whatever the conscious mind impresses upon it with repetition, emotion, and conviction, it accepts as truth. Indecision sends mixed instructions. Decision sends a single command. And the subconscious obeys the strongest signal. Faith defined properly. Faith is not belief without evidence. It is belief that creates evidence. Faith is the emotionalization of a decision. When decision is backed by faith, doubt loses its authority. Faith is not loud. It is calm. The anxious man has not decided. The calm man has. The invisible alliance. There exists a power, call it infinite intelligence, that responds to definiteness. When a man decides and sustains that decision, this power begins arranging circumstances, people, and opportunity. This is not accident. It is cooperation. But cooperation does not begin until indecision ends. The price of achievement. Every worthwhile aim carries a price. The price is discipline. The price is persistence. The price is temporary discomfort. Most men refuse to pay until reward is guaranteed. But reward never precedes payment. The man who decides accepts the price first and trusts the law. The test of persistence. Every decision is tested. Delay is the test. Opposition is the test. Fatigue is the test. These are not signs of failure. They are signs of approach. The man who retreats fails the test. The man who persists passes. Persistence is sustained decision. The formation of habit. Thought repeated becomes habit. Habit practiced becomes character. Character becomes destiny. Small disciplines performed daily are stronger than grand efforts performed occasionally. Nature rewards rhythm. The law of controlled attention. Whatever a man permits to dominate his thoughts shapes his life. Fear magnifies obstacles. Faith magnifies power. Attention is creative. The mind becomes what it dwells upon. Self-discipline. Self-discipline is the ability to carry out a decision long after the emotion that inspired it has faded. It is the bridge between desire and realization. Without discipline, talent fails. With discipline, ordinary men achieve extraordinary results. The change of identity. At a certain point, effort becomes identity. A man no longer tries to succeed. He behaves as one who expects results. His posture changes. His voice steadies. His presence commands respect. Others feel his certainty before they understand its cause. The role of gratitude. Gratitude is the seal of faith. To give thanks before evidence appears is to claim possession. Gratitude aligns emotion with decision. The final command. Now hear this clearly, for it is the final law. Life does not answer the undecided. It does not reward the hesitant. It does not assist the divided. It responds only to the man who decides, persists, and becomes. Let this be the hour when drift ends, when thought becomes command, when purpose becomes law. Decide now, and sustain the decision until habit replaces effort. For once a man decides with finality and feeds that decision daily with disciplined action, life has no alternative but to obey. That is the law.